of the permission slip series. And I want y'all to pay attention because I'm about to go super duper hard. All right. And so when I do that, I want to make sure that y'all get a full understanding of what's transpiring right here, right now. There we go. Got to get up on the microphone. So, all right, there we go. Just want to make sure that everybody can see it. So, right here, what we have, I have the whiteboard. I got day 4. So tonight we're going to discuss rewriting your own story. So what does that entail? And I got the whiteboard really to help me stay focused on what I'm trying to get across to you. The most important thing tonight to think about is this day 4. You should be seeing some kind of, improvement in your own hustle, improvement in your own mental attitude. If not, go back and just simply watch day 1, 2, and 3. But on day 4, it's about rewriting your story. So if we look at how we're building this thing out, I want you to clearly understand that this permission slip series, it's about some of us operate and don't realize that we need to be given permission to shine. When you hear that sound, write it down. You are not your past. The past is never going to happen again, no matter how bad it was. The same thing can happen in the future, but that past thing will never happen again. You getting what I'm going? So when people say you can design your own life, they mean that. When people say you can design your own life, they're talking about owning the fact that you're not your past, that you can own your narrative. I was supposed to put together a short story about when I used to mess up. I guess I messed up so much, I draw a blank when I think about which story to tell you. All right. Just being real. But, with that being said, without me glorifying the negative things that I do or sound like I'm glorifying it, let me just start out by saying I was ashamed of when I did XYZ. I was ashamed of myself when I did XYZ. Let me start off by saying that. Okay. So I was ashamed of myself when I was selling drugs, even the weed, not because it was illegal, but because I know it's a mind-altering substance. So I was making money off of, people not being in their right mind. So whether it was weed, crack, whatever, when I was selling drugs, I was focused on me making money. I wasn't thinking, I didn't even care. I didn't care about how the effects that the drugs I was selling had other people. So I appreciate all of you for joining me tonight and hearing my story. I'm not glorifying that part of my past. That's why I'm saying I was ashamed of the fact that I did it. I failed myself. I wanted kids, but I failed myself when I started making kids. I didn't have a winning strategy. So when it comes to my kids, I used to be a failure because I didn't have, anything to stand on. I had no moral character to pass along to them. I was still doing so much wrong, like just epic fails. So that's why tonight I'm talking about the power of rewriting your story. You don't have to rewrite your story to become a coach and a speaker like me, but I guarantee you, when you overcome and win with Taibu, you're gonna want to bring somebody else along. It's natural. You're gonna go come across somebody that's gonna be like, "Why do you shine?" And you're gonna want to sit down and say, "Hey, this is why I shine, because I used to fail a lot, and I let that become my shame. I let it become anguish and anxiety and grief. I used to fail, and I didn't want to own it, but it was everything that I did. I could see my failure, and I was depressed. It just led to more failing. But when I decided right? And to come closer to Coach Taibu. Your proximity to greatness is way too distant. You need to join my coaching program and come closer to greatness, the greatness that is rewriting your own story. And when I say closer to greatness, I'm talking about you'll get closer to your greatness by vibing and connecting with someone that's operating their own. When I began to work on myself, everything started to align properly. Having a long, committed relationship, it takes work. It's very rewarding. It's very rewarding. Sometimes you can't stay, things come up, people don't change or develop with you, but being in a long relationship that's committed, enjoy every day of it. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. So enjoy every day of it. If you don't stay, you don't stay. It's what it is. But enjoy it while you're there. While you decide to be in a committed relationship, commit and be in it and enjoy it. When I started working on myself, I could be in a committed relationship and enjoy it because I was working on me. I would want to leave and go and do something else, but I would ask myself, I would be asked actually in prayer, I would actually be asked, what if it's you? Can many of you deal with that? Oh, I can't lose weight. What if it's you? Oh, I can't get these kids under control. What if it's you? Oh, I can't make more money. What if it's you? Are you ready to deal with that? Because if it's you, you can take control and rewrite your story. If you are comfortable working on yourself tonight, then you can take control and begin to rewrite your story. You can be Taibu Mu'addib. Now, back in my past, no good, failure. And then now you see me clean, crispy, and coaching, right? Because I rewrote my story. So the breakthrough belief for this message is that my past, it doesn't disqualify me, right? It prepares me to be the leader that I was always supposed to have been. Even without those mistakes, I could have still developed into the leader that I am today. But the fact that I made them, I can reach out to other people that I wouldn't have been able to lead without these mistakes. So I'm not justifying having gone through these things and like, oh, I needed it. No, I didn't need these mistakes and these problems, these issues. Trust me, I didn't. All right. I didn't need them. But after having overcome them, which is my work to do, I can help other people overcome them. That's why I coach. And I can't say any better than that. I'm not going to keep y'all long because I started later. My girlfriend's oldest son is going off into the military. So we're having a send-out party from tomorrow. So she's all big about that. So I had to make sure that I had this thing taken care of after they got done putting the stuff up. But I want you to know, you have permission to rewrite your story. You have permission to go in a different direction. I'm the permission slip. I'm really going to do nothing, if nothing else, but design my permission slip speaking tour for 2026. You have to, I spoke that into existence based on the hard work, effort, and my commitment to all of you. It just took one lady really to get on here on my page, on my watch, and cry her eyes out and bear all. It took just one of you slip through the cracks. I'm not doing enough to reach out to you and make you believe I can be your coach. I can help you transform your life. I can help you rewrite your story. And that's on me, not on you. So I'm going to take it seriously. I got to clean out my space in the garage, put my gym stuff back on. This shirt and tie, I'm cleaning it, but it's not really the image that you need to get motivated. So I'm going to get jacked and give you guys what you're looking for. We give you that real Coach Taibu. So let me go through this again. Day 4 is about rewriting your story. This is the permission slip coaching series. It's going to lead into my permission slip speaking tour. I want you to know I'm granting you a permission slip to overcome your past struggles, because it doesn't disqualify you. It just prepares you to win on a higher level. It prepared you. It prepared you. It made you the perfect candidate to be someone else's breakthrough. So you're not your past, neither am I. Spend less time glorifying your failure. Remember yesterday what your attention was on? Spend more time with self-care. Self-care, forget the spas and the looking for something to make you feel pleasured. Self-care means learning how to love yourself. Can we start there tonight? Just learn how to love ourselves. Can we start there tonight? There's power in rewriting your story. I think that, and I get choked up just thinking about this one situation. I was, had an Airbnb in a Pleasant Grove, and I had got my settlement from a company that, unjustly tried to fire me and, got caught on tape. But so pay it forward, right? So I went to a gas station not too far from the Airbnb I was staying with, and it was a little boy. And he looked like he might have been me at 6 or 7, 8 years old. And he had bought some kid stuff, candy, chips, pop, whatever. And I was kind of in a rush. So I said, I got his and me. I just wanted to go ahead and swipe it. The kid get his and I get mine. I get it back. I was kind of in a rush. So I treat little man. So the guy, he took his stuff and he pushed it over to him. He said, "You're good." And he went to go ring my stuff up. And while he was ringing my stuff up, out the peripheral vision, I could see the little boy. And he had his money in his hand, and he had a confused look on his face. He was counting it out. So he had actually thought that the guy told him he didn't have enough. He couldn't get it because he wasn't putting it in bags like he was doing my stuff, whatever. He just pushed it to the side. It was the most touching thing because he couldn't conceive that someone had paid for his stuff. And I let that moment go by, and I really didn't capture it then. And I believe the young lady that was crying her eyes out and exposing just her heartfelt pain, I believe it took me back to that moment. People, you're so dug in. You're so dug in to a life that you don't want, a life that you don't believe that you deserve. You feel like you should have more. You're so dug in, but it's a prison of your own poor decision making. The only key to getting out of that is to be blessed with a fresh perspective. Come on into greatness. Come on in to the proximity to someone that's rewriting their own story. I'm rewriting my story, and that gives you a permission slip to rewrite yours. It's Taibu Mu'addib right here. I'm not going to keep you long. I told you that. I just want you to know that no one is going to work harder to get you to your goals in the quickest time possible, like a snap, because there's going to come that moment. There's going to come that moment as you're rewriting your story where you're going to focus back and you're going to look and you're going to see, you're going to say, man, I'm now removed from that life. It's going to be an aha moment. I went through it. Like something's going to happen as you rewrite your story. You're going to be so immersed and entrenched in rewriting your story. Something is going to happen and you're going to know that you're changed. Like I tell people when I was training folks and they're losing weight, I would tell them, I would say, other people are going to notice you're getting slimmer and you're getting in better shape before you do. And it's the same with joining my coaching program and reaching and achieving life goals that you have set for yourself that you just, for some reason, you haven't been able to get any closer to. You're not getting no traction. You're not progressing and moving the needle. When you start to do that, your smile's going to get bigger. You're going to feel goofier. You're going to be enjoying life more. You only get one life. Your quality of life is everything. It's priceless. It's priceless. If my program costs $10,000, I would say buy it and rewrite your own story, because now you're worth tens of millions. But it doesn't. Thankfully, it doesn't. I'm gonna hook y'all up, man, for the low, but you have to invest in yourself. There's no way that you're gonna be able to develop the skill sets to be afforded a fresh perspective to get to rewriting your own story, for it to have a meaningful effect on your situation. Taibu Mu'addib. Let me talk to the camera real quick right now. You know me. You know who I am. You know how hard I went for you. You know when I started speaking and coaching, I did my speaking event back in Duncanville back in 21. Y'all know who I am. That's my pedigree. Book after book, statement after statement, podcast after podcast. You know who I am. Inbox me, DM me if you're ready to write your own story. It's a 10-day coaching series. I'm only in day 4, and I know some of you are listening to me. You got tears running down your eyes. You're wondering, where has this guy been? I've been here the whole time, but you, just like I used to be, you were in a darkened mind. So you're scrolling through all the nonsense, all the nastiness, all the nakedness. You come past my page, you're like, oh, he's boring, and you keep going. You didn't know that I was rewriting my own story. And by me rewriting my own story, I'm offering you the permission slip to rewrite yours. I want to make sure I applaud all of you, man, for following me. Inbox me, DM me. Some of you are so afraid. Some of you are so afraid to spend money on yourself. It's ridiculous. You're making everybody else rich. You're making the owners at QT rich. You're making the McDonald's people owners rich. You're making Dollar General owners rich. You're making everybody invest in yourself. When you pour money into my company, what you get out of it is a rewritten story. Taibu Mu'addib right here. The Hospitality Hotline is open. It's 682-514-5955. Come on over here and subscribe to Win With Taibu at YouTube. You see it. It's right up there at the top of your screen. Win With Taibu. Go over to YouTube. I need 1,000 subscribers plus to start making sure I can get you the right kind of show. I'll say this one more time for you. I used to be like you. I used to be dug in and bogged down in a darkened mind. I used to think it was sweet. I used to hurt other people. And then I used to hurt myself, because really when you hurt others, you're really damaging yourself first. I used to live that kind of life. Now I rewrite my story. It's day 4. And because I'm rewriting my story, I'm giving you permission to rewrite your own story, to feel the power of change, the power of transformation, and the liberation that comes from a sound mind and a peaceful spirit. Taibu Mu'addib, I'm telling you right now, just don't want to miss this opportunity. Laugh if you will at my whiteboard, but you cannot mock the information and the elevation that I'm giving to you. If you want more, 682-514-5955. Text it, call it. If you catch me after hours, like right now, you'll get a text message back to say, hey, these are my hours, or whatever, whatnot. But at least you're in there. At least you made that first step. The First Step coaching program is for you. Take that first step tonight. Nothing else to be said except, listen, we're going into the weekend. Take this weekend off. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Take this weekend off. Meditate. I want you to spend 5 minutes this weekend at some point in time. I want you to meditate on this one thought. What if it's you? What if it's not your spouse, not your partner, not your kids, not your job? What if it's you? And then give me a call. I got y'all. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm going to hook you up. Hit me up. You already know the deal. Taibu Mu'addib right here. You already know what's happening. I know it's late, but do what you got to do. I always give my posts on YouTube some extra as a bonus. I want you to know my total body blueprint is 100% money back guarantee. So if you don't lose that 40 pounds in that 12 weeks, you get your money back. Now, of course, special conditions apply. You have to do your due diligence, but that's what I'm doing to make sure that you all are taken care of without question. You don't have to worry about wasting your money with me. You're going to get the best bang for your buck. Bottom line. And I'm going for cut. See you tomorrow.